Talk to this person.
You folks looking to do some trading?
Maybe. Tell me more.
Trading is one of the main things people do out here at forts. Why, it's pert near a form of entertainment for some souls.
Well, it's pretty much a good way of surviving out here. I don't think we have anything to trade anyway.
I suggest you look in the guidebook to determine the correct road.
Oh yeah, we're at a fork. Advice. Wagon. All these are just... We're at Fort John, right? Yep. So, page 89, please. No, this is from Independence to Fort John. I need to get from Fort John to... I have no idea. Where did we start from? Does it say anywhere where we started from? It would be nice to know. Well, I can always check the diary. Here begins the journal of SpiderMwa. We'll leave St. Joseph on our journey west to Great Salt Lake City. St. Joseph, Salt Lake City. So if we're going to Salt Lake City, what way do we need to go? There is a map. I don't remember how to look at the map. How do I look at the map? Oh, map! Are you here? There you are. We are at Fort John. This is where we left from. There's Fort Kearney. This is the area we're at. I think this is Fort John. This is where we are at. And this is where we're going, to the Salt Lake City. So we need to go to Fort Bridger. So from the two choices that we have that we can take is the Mormon Trail. No, not the Mormon Trail. That's heading east. We'll be going back. So we should be heading west. Yeah, that's where we're going. We're just going west. But there will be a junction here. So gotta remember, once we get to the junction here where we need to turn, we're gonna head for Fort Bridger. And from there we're gonna continue west. This is our destination, Salt Lake City. Come to think of it, we pretty much took the shortest route that you can take in the game. At least the shortest distance to the first city that you can choose from. It's gonna be a short game. Okay, so we continue west. That's good to know. Can we see anybody else who's around? It's just these two. Okay. Anybody gonna say the so wonderful howdy?
Howdy.
No, you just said howdy.
Hello. Howdy. 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 Howdy.
No, it's gonna be the howdy.
Morning.
Morn.
Howdy.
Oh, she was close, but
Howdy. Howdy.
well, that was close. There's nothing else that we need to buy. We're pretty much full of stuff already. I do remember that I did buy a lot of supplies that we were missing because of all the accidents that we've been having. So how about we just continue on? Let us continue heading west. Wild vegetables. Well, if it's vegetables, we should gather. Gather while continuing. You've added 10 pounds of fresh vegetables to your supplies. Well, thank you for screwing up the game screen there. Thick dust. Wait for conditions to improve. Registered cliff.
I say we continue on our way.
Why do you keep doing that? Thank you. You're not even in the correct size here. Hey, gotta fix things.
I say we continue on our way.
Thank you.
Look at all them carvings on the rock. If that don't beat all.
Tell me
You
more.
reckon that's why they call this place Register Rock? Because people register their names on it?
Well, makes sense.
What do you say we go on over to the rock and carve our own names on it? Then folks from all over the country will know we were there before them.
Yeah, that would be an interesting sight to see if we put all of our names there. They would see, here at this date were SpiderMwa, Jace Bastard, Visu, and Sinlao. Yeah, definitely something for the for the next generations.
Let's keep going.
Let's keep not screwing up this screen, thank you. Stupid game.
Let's move on.
Everybody's so impatient. Fine, we'll continue. Jay was here. Definitely. Maybe I'll draw Kilroy. A prairie dog. We're almost at Laramie Range. North Platte River. Ayers Natural Bridge. Cool. Devious was here, right behind you. Nice one, Devious. Nice. Devious Cape. Interesting name, but I like it. Like it. Well, let's see what. Let's see if these people are as impatient as the others.
Ah, more wagon people.
Oh, you're a
Are
native.
you here to slaughter more buffalo like the group that passed by 4 days ago?
We don't really need to, so no.
I'd never seen such waste. They killed 10 times what they needed for food and left most of the carcasses to rot.
That's what they did.
Luckily, after the coyotes had finished with them, we gathered the bones to make tools.
Well, it's recycling. It's good. Make tools from what you can get. Still, a big waste of killing more animals than people needed. It still happens these days. People just kill animals for fun. Like 2 months ago was the news about the teacher killing Cecil the lion. Big news, that one. That's what the natives, aka Indians, did as well, just for the record. Yeah, but these kind of games, they just paint them in a better color, you know, than what they really were. It wasn't all of the natives. It was just some of the natives, because they were different kind of tribes. So it wasn't all of them that did the same kind of slaughtering, like this woman is saying. But most of them did. Their way of killing the buffalo was to make them stampede off a cliff. Efficient. Brutal, but efficient. Oh, you still find those moving mouths a bit creepy. Yeah. You're gonna have to excuse the technology of the past times. They weren't great.
If you must kill for food, good. But don't kill any more than that. The well-being of our people depends on the buffalo.
And yet you slaughter them more than we do by throwing them off the cliffs. if you see more of my kind killing your buffalo, why don't you just, why did you let the carcasses rot out there? You could have gone there and get the buffalo, right? It wouldn't be much of a waste then. The white people were doing you a favor, but you didn't realize it. Dumbasses. Anybody else around here?
I think we ought to keep going.
Sure thing, Davy Crockett.
I say we continue on our...
Do you guys
Let's
ever...
move.
Do you have anything good to say?
Time is a wasting.
Fine. We'll continue. Deer! North Flat River, yeah? Do we really need to cross this? Oh, it's a free ferry. Well, if the ferry's free, I'm gonna take it. Coyotes ate them. We eat the coyotes. Circle of life. The circle! The circle of life. Stampeding them off a cliff is a pacifist way of slaughtering a herd. Kind of, I guess, because you don't shoot them or something. New people in my stream, because I am streaming in Oregon Trail. Cool! Oh, there, people. Mormon Ferry Trading Post. Okay, let's visit. Nice music. Do I need ammo or anything? Let's see. Do they have firearms and ammo? They got rifles, but I already have one, so I don't really need two. But I do need these. I'll take a few. Maybe some box of bullets. Just to be safe. What else do they have? No animals, some clothing, pair of boots that we already have. Food. Like a bacon. Maybe I'll take 10 pounds of bacon. Or maybe more. Like 70 pounds of bacon. We don't have any biscuits. Let's take some biscuits. Biscuits are useful for... Ah, crap. Sorry about that. There we go. Fixed. Yeah, the tins of biscuits are good for training. People will give you good stuff for them. Salted pork. Give me 10 pounds of that. Always good to have some variety with your food. Furniture, nothing. Medicine. Jugs of whiskey. Sure. We got 4 jugs already, so I don't think we need more. We'll just take one. For medicine. Miscellaneous. Guitar, harmonicas. Well, you got them different kind of instruments already. You could use some grease. More grease. No. Just wanted 3. Thank you. Boxes of soap. Spices. Pepper. I'll take pepper. And well, we got 2 sacks of salt. I doubt we need more. Got those, got those, got those, got those. Okay. And nothing here. Purchase. Exit. See who's around.
Ain't got no need to stop here.
Ain't no need to sound like a Mexican eater. I mean seriously, even I cannot do that bad of a accent. Although I cannot do a Spanish accent at all.
Don't waste your time on these penny ante stations and trading posts. They got next to nothing. And what they do got, they try to cheat you over.
I'd say they had reasonable prices. You're just being an asshole. Because of the way you look. Nerd. Yeah, the whiskey was extremely cheap. And it was a jug of whiskey. Immigrant Gap. At least it's not the immigrant song.
I think it's time we be moving.
It's about time that somebody actually talked to me.
Say, how's it going, friend? I'm doing just fine now that I got me 4 oxen instead of just 2.
Ha! I've been having 8 oxen the whole time, so ha! You lose.
Well, I thought I was done for back there a ways before Fort Laramie, but I traded all my extra sets of clothing there for 2 more oxen.
They sold me Kilio, you mean moonshine? That would be more awesome than whiskey, because you can use moonshine to, you know, take care of wounds. The fake axes in this game are so bad. You prefer the original version of Oregon Trail, really. Well, this is a very interesting version of the game. I've never played this Oregon Trail 2, but then again, I hadn't even played the Oregon Trail Deluxe before. That's why I made it a blind Let's Play back in the day.
Are you headed for California?
Nope.
I hear there may be a shortcut that'll get there 2-3 weeks earlier than the regular way.
We ain't going there. We're going to Salt Lake City. So hold on. Anybody else here? Just the same people who's going to tell me that we should move on.
Fine scenery round these parts.
You didn't say anything assholey? What is wrong with you, Four Eyes? Say something stupid.
Let's keep going.
That's more like it. I want my people to be assholes to me.
I think it's time we be...
Yes! Thank you. That is exactly what I was looking for from my people. They always are anxious to go and not enjoy the scenery or anything. I know moonshine is Pontica, but it's pretty much the same thing. Not really. Never mind. Continue. Continue. Independence Rock. Well, Independence does rock. I have jokes. Not good ones, but I have jokes.
Why, hello. Come sit a spell and talk. I do declare that I'm starting to weary of this journey. No butter, cheese, or fresh fruit since Fort Laramie.
I do declare that you might be missing the Alabaman or the Southern accent if you do say I do declare. You gotta have that accent if you want to do the no butter, no cheese. And I'm just turning into Italian from the sound of it. Maybe I should try to stop doing a New Orleans accent because I'm not good with accents. I can do a hillbilly accent, and that's pretty much it. And also a Brooklyn accent. New Jersey, maybe. I can do a 30s gangster. Bada bing, bada boom. The original one is too primitive for your taste. Well, it can be.
Bless me, but I'd rather have my larder full of food back home than have our names carved on that there rock. Well, 'tis a sight more cheery than all the graves we passed.
Seriously, she sounds like she should have the New Orleans or Southern accent. And she's just speaking normal. I think the directors didn't know who they were giving these dialogues to.
I don't know about you, but I'll be sure to stock up on good food the next chance we get. I just hope we can hold out till the next fort or trading post.
I'm sure we have enough food, so thank you for the advice. I mean, if I go to food, I'm sure that it's gonna show that we have a lot. Yeah, there's plenty there. Yeah, we still have 950 pounds of salted meat, so I think we're good on the food part. Anybody else here?
I think we ought to keep...
About those, well, Independence Rock. Take one long last look at it, because we're gonna continue. Isn't it amazing? The Devil's Gate. Anybody else? Anybody got anything to say about this place?
I think we ought to keep going.
Right. Well, I only got your mouth there. Where is the... Okay, there it is.
Let's move on.
My wagon people. They're all such assholes to me. Why did I choose to be the captain of the freaking train? I'll never know.
Howdy. Are you looking for my ma and pa? They're just round the other side of the wagon doing some chores.
I think you maybe got something wrong with your sinuses there, little girl. Blow your nose or something before you read your lines.
Why do they call this place Devil's Gate? It don't look so devilish to me, just a couple of big rocks that the river goes through.
Well, it's because of all the currents in the river and everything that caused people to smash into the rocks. They thought the place was evil and all that stuff. You're not very religious, are you, girl?
No, but I hope we meet up with some more wagons with children. My friend Jenny Carlson got drowned back crossing the Platte. And I'm mad at Tommy Blaine because he called Susie here just a dumb old doll.
Well, you're having a nice trip, don't you? Your best friend drowned and there's a boy bullying you. Awesome. Anything else?
I say we continue.
Nothing else. The original Oregon Trail isn't this awfully cheesy, to be honest. True. You need the voice acting to be really cheesy, and it works here really well. So what's our next stop? The Split Rock. Okay. And it is warm as hell in June around these parts, apparently. 91 degrees. Jeez.
Good day to you folks. My name is Philip Maddox. I'm an artist with this surveying expedition.
You look like Link from Red and Link. If you know Good Mythical Morning, Red and Link, it really looks like Link. Just put eyeglasses on him. Eh. Howdy.
The U.S. government has commissioned us to map the land and to bring back some illustrations of the Indians, as well as the plant and animal life hereabouts.
That's usually what you do back then. Because you are still moving into these areas and they're pretty much unknown.
Check your supplies often. Can't stress too much the importance of that.
I know.
And don't waste a whole lot of time hunting. At least if it isn't an emergency.
I know.
You won't get much. You'll delay your progress, and you risk antagonizing the local Indians.
Well, the good thing is that I haven't hunted for a long time because I don't need to. I have enough food. And supplies.
I fear we've grown rather shabby. My shoes have worn out, and our clothes have nearly become rags.
I've talked to you before in some other place. Did you bring any spare clothing with you, lady? Because if you didn't, you're screwed. A sewing kit also helps.
The trail affords us few opportunities for renovation. We've had some luck fishing, better than hunting sometimes. One gentleman in our party brought some fishing hooks. I do declare those little hooks have saved us a good deal of grief.
I do declare that everybody should be having the southern accent here. But I think they all forgot that... Never mind. Maybe back in the day they still didn't have the accents. They haven't grown into them. At least she has rags. Some people don't even have rags. Yeah.
I do hope you're being sure to give yourselves frequent rests along the way.
Oh, really?
That's especially important when someone's injured or ailing. And be careful not to push yourselves too hard.
We're going at a steady pace with filling food and everything, but we really haven't rested any because we don't need to. Everybody just keeps saying that, hey, let's move on.
Howdy. You know, I've been trapping and trading in these here mountains for near 20 years.
Mountains. I didn't see that many mountains around here. I mean, we're in the middle of the trail. It's mostly flat lands around these parts, if I know my geometry. Geometry? Geography.
Thunderation! Last year, a young grizzly invited itself to breakfast. In the tussle, it bit me right on the shoulder. I reckon I'm not going to take that from man or beast, so I bit it right back.
What?
That thar bar ain't bothered a soul since.
Bar. That's your accent? That thar bar. It's bear. They still say bear. Even if you have that kind of an accent with the hellbell going on around, there's a bear. It's a bear, not a bar. Maybe you were fighting in a bar and you thought you were fighting against the bar. It wasn't really a grizzly bear, it's just a hairy guy. And also, thunderation. He didn't even know how to say thunderation. Thunderation? Really? You should have gone with gosh darn it.
If in some of your party take the scurvy, feed 'em a bit of raw wild onions. That'll cure 'em. Works near well as fruit in preventing it, too.
Yeah, pretty much fruit helps. Onions, too. Onions really help for all kinds of ailments, so... Yeah, we're pretty good on that part. I'm sure we have a lot of vegetables, fruits, and some onions, too. I'm sure of it. I better check. Do we actually have any onions? Anybody see any onions here on the list? We got garlic. That's good. Pickles? Potatoes? We don't have any onions. I haven't seen any onions sold anywhere. We got fruit, vegetables. Garlic is really good. It's healthy. Potatoes, pickles, ham. Yeah, we're good. We don't have any danger of getting scurvy or anything like that. We got so much different kind of foods that we're good. Well, yeah, Tar Nation would have been better than Thunder Nation. Tar Nation.
Next time on Oregon Trail 2.
Oh. Okay. So, where do we have to go from here?